The TJ Hockenson trade has backfired on the Detroit Lions in a lot of ways. Let's talk about how and why. Hi, this is Mike Payton from A to Z Sports Detroit. Today we're going to talk about how the TJ Hockenson trade has backfired on the Lions in a few ways. And now first, let's preface it like this. I know your first thought about this whole thing is going to be, well, what are you talking about? They got rid of a guy who clearly didn't want to be here, clearly wasn't going to fit. They got Sam Laporta. They didn't have to pay Hockenson $66 million. How is this bad for the Lions? And I'm going to say you're right. All that stuff was great for the Lions. It was exactly what needed to happen. Like I said, Hockenson wasn't going to fit. $66 million. You don't have to pay. You're going to have to pay Laporta probably a lot more after this season, but it made a lot of sense. It opened the door to get Laporta. Everything worked out on that end. You're absolutely right. But where things did not work out is with the compensation that the Lions got back from the Vikings for Hockenson, which was a second-round pick and a third-round pick. What the Lions got out of all of that was Hendon Hooker, Broderick Martin, Antoine Green, Terrion Arnold, and Sione Vaki. Now, look, those last two, I totally get it. Arnold is a starting cornerback. That's a good win. That's awesome. Vaki, we don't really know what he is yet. Dealing with some injury stuff this season. Showed to be a decent special teams guy last year, but we haven't really seen him play a whole lot of regular season football outside of the special teams stuff. So maybe that turns out to be a big deal later on, but right now it's up in the air. Broderick Martin is probably going to get cut this week, and Antoine Green is already gone. Those things you just can't hide from. Like, obviously, you get the good side of it by not having to pay Hockenson, and you wind up getting Laporta a year later in the draft in the second round. Those two big things they're big. They're really big. It's a good thing for the Lions. But on the bad side, man, you can't ignore that everything they got back for this trade, aside from Terrion Arnold, is either gone or we don't even know what's going to happen with him yet. That's not good. That's bad. That's bad. There's really no other way to look at it. It was just, Brad Holmes has made some good trades. He's made some good draft picks. He's made some good signings. This was not one of them. Everything here really backfired. And on the Vikings side, they got Hockenson. They used one of those picks to get J.J. McCarthy. They also used one of those picks to get Lewis Sin, which that did not work out for them. He's not with them anymore, but they get a starting quarterback and they get a starting tight end, an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end. So you kind of have to look at it like the Vikings clearly won this deal. I know that Lions fans don't want to hear that. It sucks to even say it, but that's what happened on this particular one thing. The Vikings won this deal. The Lions were not able to really capture much out of it. So we'll see where things go with Terrion Arnold and Sione Vaki, but right now it's looking like the Lions kind of overwhelmingly didn't do very well on this deal.